Good morning and welcome to this thought for the day for Friday. One of the great advantages of the New Testament compared with so many sermons is the great stories that it contains. And the stories of the resurrection are good examples of this, and I wonder if you have a favourite among them. There's the story of the skeptic Thomas, or the story of the beach barbecue in Galilee. And one of my favourites is the story that we have as our reading this morning. It's quite a long story. It's from Luke chapter 24 and beginning to read at verse 13. Now, that same day, two of them were going to a village called Emmaus, about 7 miles from Jerusalem. They were talking to each other about everything that had happened. As they talked and discussed these things with each other, Jesus himself came and walked along with them, but they were kept from recognizing him. He asked them, "What are you discussing together as you walk along?" They stood still, their faces downcast. One of them, named Cleopas, asked him, "Are you only a visitor to Jerusalem and do not know the things that have happened there over these last days?" "What things?" he asked. "About Jesus of Nazareth," they replied. "He was a prophet, powerful in word and deed before God and all the people. The chief priests and our rulers handed him over to be sentenced to death, and they crucified him. But we had hoped that he was the one who was going to redeem Israel. What is more, this is the third day since all this took place. In addition, some of the women amazed us. They went to the tomb early this morning but did not find his body. They came and told us that they had seen a vision of angels who said he was alive. Then some of our companions went to the tomb and found it just as the women had said, but him they did not see." He said to them, "How foolish you are, and how slow of heart to believe all that the prophets have spoken. Did not the Christ have to suffer these things and then enter into his glory?" And beginning with Moses and all the prophets, he explained to them what was said in all the scriptures concerning himself. As they approached the village to which they were going, Jesus acted as if he were going further, but they urged him strongly, "Stay with us, for it's nearly evening, the day is almost over." So he went in to stay with them. When he was at the table with them, he took bread, gave thanks, broke it, and began to give it to them. Then their eyes were opened and they recognized him, and he disappeared from their sight. They asked each other, "Were not our hearts burning within us while he talked with us on the road and opened the scriptures to us?" And they got up and returned at once to Jerusalem. There they found the 11 and those with them assembled together and saying, "It is true, the Lord has risen and appeared to Simon." Then the two told what had happened on the way and how Jesus was recognized by them when he broke the bread. It's a great story and it's got lots of features that catch the attention. And there are 4 of them that I always seem to notice as I read it. And the first is that as Jesus came and joined them along the road, they didn't recognize him. They were kept from seeing who he was. It's one of the things about the resurrection appearances that sometimes they instantly recognized Jesus and other times they didn't, like the time at the Sea of Galilee when they were in the boat and saw him on the shore. And it just reminds us that Jesus resurrected is the same person, but not quite in the same way as they had known him. And then secondly, I'm always intrigued by the way in which Jesus spoke to them as they walked along and explained how all the words of the Old Testament applied to him and showed how the things that had happened were prophesied and had to happen. And I just wish I could hear a tape recording of that conversation and know what it is that they said. I mean, there are so many things that are obvious, but what was it that Jesus pointed them to? And then thirdly, just twice in the passage, we have it mentioned that they recognized him as he broke the bread. And it seems that was pretty significant to them. And it always seems to me that as we break bread together in the name of Jesus, it's what we want, that we should recognize him. And then fourthly, after these things happened, having walked at the end of the day 7 miles to get to Emmaus, we read that they turned round and went all the way back again to find the apostles and those who were meeting with them and tell what had happened. It was a great event of great significance that they had seen the living Jesus. And I hope that we are as enthusiastic about the resurrection and about telling other people as they were. So have a great day.